Darren Custard family. Today we're back for another episode, and we're here at our beautiful city campus located in Port of Spain, Trinidad. We have the opportunity today to sit down with none other than Mr. Darren Headley, who has transitioned into the position of Technology Services Director. Here at Custards, our Human Resource Division places a great emphasis on career progression through upward mobility. Over the course of this series, we are going to take a deep dive into our internal staff, highlighting individuals who have utilized these pathways to gain career advancement. Follow us as we take a look at our very own.
Well, I've been at Costa for about 17 or 18 years. I think this year is 18 years. Well, it's been a rather interesting one. I almost missed the interview actually the day I got called, because I think after I applied, it took so long for them to call me, I forgot about the interview date. And I was at Scotiabank previously before I was at Costa. And the day the interview, I think it was a Thursday or Friday, I was up at TGI Friday with a couple of colleagues, and Weaver Yard Clark called me and asked me if I'm still coming to the interview, and I was a bit confused, like, what is this place, what is this about? So I walked along Day Street and came to the interview on the 4th floor. It was Weaver Yard Clark, I remember, and Dexter Duncan, and the previous IT director, Mr. Marlon Miller. The interview was pretty good. Weaver sold me on, the advancements you could make in Custard, and the amount of things you could learn being in the educational institution. And coming from private to government was something I probably was a bit interested in, but I wasn't 100% convinced, this would be a move I should make. But at about 9 p.m. that night, after the interview, Mr. Marlon Miller called me and told me, hey, I scored pretty well at the interview, and he was impressed how I interviewed. And he said, HR officially called me to, offer me a position, but at that point there, he said, hey, the position was mine to be one of the computer maintenance technician at Costa.
So Darren, it's about 18 years you're here at Custard, which means you're pretty much advanced in your professional career. Tell us, why IT?
Well, actually, I wanted to be a cricketer, but when I got my first computer back in the 90s, I was really fascinated by the device, and I took it apart the first night I got it. Didn't really use it, just wanted to take it apart to see how it works. And in doing so, I got a little bit of trouble with my parents, had to put it back together, and from that, this really started my journey, and I had an natural affinity for technology. So here I am 18 years later at Costa as the Director of Technology Services. My base of operations really is 7 years old.
What can the college expect from you in this new capacity that you function in?
Well, first and foremost, a return on investment for the technology that we have been investing in, a hyper-acceleration use of those technologies. So you may have seen an email we sent out recently with regards, to the improved adoption of Microsoft Teams, which is a platform we've been paying for some time now, but we've been heavily underutilized. So as Dr. Nuss would tell you, every time I see him in the corridors, I tell him, we're gonna disrupt or get disrupted. And me, I am a disruptor. I don't want to be disrupted because it's an uncomfortable space to be in. So that's what you're gonna expect from me in this role. A lot of disruption, but comfortable disruption.
So we have a lot of colleagues right now who have been interested in mobility at the college. And I want you to tell us, because you have now moved in to a new position, a significant one that is in Director of Technology Services. What advice can you give to colleagues here at Custards who might be considering the possibility of upward mobility here?
Don't stop learning, you know. This is an educational institution, and we need to ensure we have that continuous development in ourselves, especially that self-development, you know. A lot of people inside Costa could actually mentor you, you know. I would say, you know, Dr. Helen Cumberbatch is one of my mentors inside here. She's always provided that clarity sometimes when the job feels, you know, difficult. In my first 6 months, she had to pull me aside and speak to me at one point and say, hey, don't worry, when people may say whatever, take it here and ensure that, you know, you stabilize yourself. And that was one of the, you know, things that I continue doing while I was in Costa, from a computer maintenance technician to the supervisor to the director. Well, continuous learning, continuous development, that self-development in myself, you know, whether it's enrolling in a course at Costa, taking part in the workforce development, anything that you can help improve yourself.
We're at the end of another episode. We've taken the journey through the life of Darren Headley, transitioning from technician to Director of Technology Services, and we also got a glimpse into the future of Costart and where it's heading in terms of our technological advancement. Colleagues, stay tuned to see who's next and which campus we visit soon.